I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is October 4th, Friday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today and a good week. So again, watch yesterday's video so it makes sense. And this video was made on the 30th that I was showing here that this down, up, down, and then push off. So we're getting that. Obviously not the way I would like it perfectly, but we did get that. So we came down, we came up, we came down, and then we're starting to push up, obviously, right? So really nice. With that understanding, to keep this video simple, I have to start making videos short. So I think I'm going to blow through a lot of the things. Let's see if I could do that here. But real quick, as you see, when we opened up, we literally just started making higher highs and higher lows. And then 830 was here. So 830 news is here, right? We're already up here. Now, obviously, I don't trade before 850, even though there was a nice trade. There was a nice buy here on the 15 second when it went into an imbalance. But so I'm ready at 9 o'clock, right? So price pushes up already, right? And already comes up here. Where does it come to? Look. So you gotta have these. You gotta have this stuff on your chart, man. You got these three gaps plus the opening week gap. But take a look. We blow right through it. We get right to this gap. So right here is 9 o'clock on the head. I try to take this sell, right? Because we're 50%. If you watched it live, you saw it like literally. Oops. You see it literally like that. Just wicked right into it. So I was like, all right, cool. So I took that, right? Failed, right? I'm in my window, so that's fine. And then right here, this 917. This 917 comes right to the top of that gap, like to the tick, right? And that was perfect for me. I get into the sell right here. So I'm holding this for the whole rest of the flow until about 10 until here. I literally got out right here. So I don't know, man. I don't understand but as you see here, precision on that wick. That is not a random location. That is a specific level, right? So as soon as I see a wick in, I push the button, right? It gets the candle just closes below, right? By the time I get filled, right? And then boom, held it. So how did I maneuver it? You had this imbalance right here, this up candle, and it turned into an inversion. I wanted to see that. We popped right back up in these last two candles plus that imbalance. If you're wondering which one that is, I feel like I have to show it every day. I don't know. Am I ever going to be free of this situation? I don't know. But you can see right here this 859. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make short videos. I'm going to try, but so we're tapping in right there. You see that level? You see the open of that candle? You see how we tag it right there? Boom. So we're getting flow here. Now 930 comes. 930 is playing around. You got these 5 candles here. Or is it 6? Yeah, 6. So, and then from here, I'm holding strong. So then I got this inversion imbalance is 855. Pushed it all the way out. You could see we are respecting that. All right, overlapping this bearish imbalance is 923. There's a gap above it and a gap below it. So I'm highlighting all of that, right? You can see that. I'm talking about that right there. You see that? So we're digging in. Look at the body staying in there. We keep digging in, and we're just holding. And they're pretending like they're going to be bullish. So they're trapping traders, and then they drop it. Beautiful, man. Fucking just beautiful. And then you can see here. Yeah, let me just show it to you here. So then we get the first imbalance of the day, which is this 934. I got that dragged out as well. We're playing around, jumping around in between these two gaps in the background. See that? So we've already came up here. Now we came here. Then we came here. And then you're getting the flow down, right? If I was to draw it, God, there's no way. There's no way I can make them short. So, again, and yesterday I didn't mean to be an asshole, but sometimes I guess I can be. So apologize for that. If anyone watched the video yesterday, maybe you didn't think I was. So Maybe you can tell who I am already. But anyway, so the price, then we get this nice, beautiful 950, which is perfect. Technically, I should be waiting for this, but I was in this window here, right? So, and I was just, what got me in the market for real was this when we stopped at a dime at that high of that gap. Do you have that gap on your chart, man? So 950, look at this, beautiful imbalance, gives it right to you, dude. Look. Can't miss that, man. Right, 50%. That's an entry right there. You holding it. Now, when the price is coming down, you gotta hold it, man. You can't be getting scared. This is not where you're gonna be looking for this oversold shit. If this is oversold here, do you think you're getting out right here? You have to understand the magnitude of the day. Number one. Number two, they pushed up high. This is a sell model right here. See this origin of consolidation? This is a sell model right there. So that's why the minimum place to hold this trade was right here, right? Plus we had that gap. We had a little gap right there. We had no wick right there. We had this imbalance right here where they shot through. Anybody who had a buy stop right there got immediately in. So gap to gap. So even if even down here the three gaps and up here the three gaps, you see that we played around here and then we jumped to these three gaps, and then in a day like this, what do you expect? Well, you're probably going to come back down to this gap. So, and the opening range is printed. It's a huge range, definitely coming to 50%. If that's not your minimum goal, I don't know what is. So that's minimum goal. We get this imbalance right here. So when I was here, I was kind of freaking out because it was good money, but I was like, don't choke it. I mean, in my past, I understand that we're sitting at the 50% and we're pretty much like, we're trading on it, right? And I'm using this imbalance and we're just digging in. Look at the bodies. Look at the bodies right there. Literally won't close above. That's beautiful. Wick, wick, wick. So hold, then it came through, blew right through this inversion imbalance. The bullish imbalance, then turn inversion. But I mean, it just rolled right through. So we have the 10 o'clock, that 4 hour that kicked in. So the 4 hour pushed up. 4 hour came down, closed. The 10 o'clock was here, and then just wicked above, and then came down, and then this was my target, man. This was done. I was trying to get to the midnight level, which is in the background. It's in the orange. Can you see that? So we didn't touch it, and I was like, nah, I'm good, because we also have that little gap in the background. This one little gap in the background. Besides this gap. All right, there's a little gap in the background. See that? See right here? So I understood this was an important level because there's two gaps on top of each other. So this was the sign to say, get the hell out of here, bro. So what I tried to do after this, so I explained all this, right? So the understanding is all there. Oh, and I understood, if we go here, I understood, yeah, and another going up. That's so funny. So you have to understand what range you're in. And if you knew what range you're in, you see this low right here. So really, if I go, let me go to 1 hour. As you see, this is a low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Remember I was talking about this low, higher low, higher low. I said, watch that curve up. Remember that? Sure enough, it did. But higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Higher high, where's my higher low? Right there, where I got the hell out. So why am I saying this too? Because of the fact that it was already a pump. It was already a pump up here. I'm not buying up here. So what's left in this maneuver? So we had the pump. I'm looking for a dump. That was the simple logic. I mentioned this shit yesterday. So if we understand that was let me go to the 1 hour so you can see it. So if that's the higher low right here, and that's now the higher high, that's the higher low. So another reason why I get out. But I don't know what this thing's going to do, right? I don't know what it's going to do. And we stop at the 60. So this gap right here with this level is very key. So 61 on the head, I mean, so let me tell you where it gets weird for me. Well, not weird, but I tried to take this buy right here. Okay, I tried to buy this right here. So I buy this. It comes up. I get really greedy. I want to hold it for a new high. I want it to bust through. Sure enough, the price comes all the way back down on me. And then tag. You see how you see the precision right there? You see how this 1011? You see how we smacked that little gap in the background? Algorithmic delivery. So then we come down deep, right? And I was like, oh shit. So at this point, it takes me out. I get out because I have my stop loss here at 50. I really thought that it's possible that we come and wipe out all this liquidity here, right? So I don't know if it was going to be a reversal day, right? But this is what my issue was. So it took me out, and then boom, this next candle came down and made it equal. I was like, nah, I'm good. Sit back. I'm about to go to the barber anyway, but I left this alone. So I was like, you know what? Great profit, great day. Just walk away. This is gonna get funky. This can do anything. I understood that I was at a 61, but at the same time, I just I didn't know what else to do. I already just took a loss, right? So that being the case, so I just so you know, I took a loss right there. I told you that already, didn't I? Yeah, up here. Yeah, I think I did. So, anyways, so back here, I take a loss here, and then it does this fucking dumb. Sometimes they get me, man. They trick me, man. They just trick me. It's very simple. They got me, but I got their ass too. All right. So, anyways, when this happened and this pushed up, I was like, oh no. But it's not clean. It's not, this price action to me was fucked up. So I was like, we might probably come for the open of the day. Plus this rest of the opening range gap to seal it. I didn't know, right? So by the time I knew, it was gone, right? So I can't go into every single thing. I'm just gonna you look at the chart, you can study it, and you can see what happened here. As you see, I don't know how else I can make them short. So it's a little overwhelming. So this imbalance here, this 956, this. When I bought up here, I wanted to come above and use it as support. It did not, obviously, right? So also I have this imbalance right here, this 830. This 830 imbalance right here is key for the rest of the day. So as you see, we came above. I was trying to use it as support, fell through. I was like, fuck. But you'll see later where it worked beautifully. So that being said, we'll probably go all the way up too. And they do it at the end of the day, obviously. So I fucking knew it. They're gonna come for this little pool right here next after this high. But and now we're officially, like, in my opinion, we're officially back to bullish, like, for sure. But so where was I saying? Sorry. So here I also have this 1008, right, dragged out, and it's like we break below it and we break above it, we break below it, but then the body start respecting really here, and I was like, oh shit. But I decided to catch this sell because when I got stopped out here and the price came up, when you look to the 15-minute chart, you can see that we came up here and we're inside this imbalance. And this I didn't really know if it was going to be bullish. I mean, I did know that it was at a 61, and I should have just stuck to my analysis that I've been mentioning, which is this, right? But greed gets in the picture, and then you start to, you just start to mess it up yourself. But it's okay. I just took a massive win, and I don't have a problem taking more shots. But the logic is okay. So then this comes up here. When this is coming up, we bust through this, but then look what we do. You see this imbalance right here, this 954. I have it dragged out. We literally come and we tag it. So I fucking got in, and I'm on an overbought. And this was moving pretty nicely. You could have got a lot of nice trades here. And then I know I'm missing something here to tell you. So here, when I tried to, so we ended up having a higher low here with Nas. And I was like, damn. And so we had lower lows here. We had lower lows here with S&P and Dow, but we had higher lows here. And that's why I was trying to buy it. But then, when they did the double bottom, look at it. They did the double bottom right there. They got me. I mean, they just literally spooked me out of getting in, and I was like, bro, really? But learning lesson for me. I mean, but it's when live price action is moving, it's a different conversation, right? But anyways, this was a beautiful buy, but I missed it. So because of this situation, when I saw it get up here, I said, this could be a nice little 61 right here. If I was to do, I didn't even measure it, but what I'm mentioning is the idea of where it's located. So and we fell short of it here. Yep, we fell short of it. But what's more important is that this imbalance we tapped in. So when we tapped in, I said, I'm selling this. And we're on an overbought here. And all I wanted to do is take it right back down here for all the buyers because of the fact that they're greedy. So this is understanding here how I got this, using that specifically here. So once we get in, we push down, and I'm using this up candle right here as I'm hoping for it to turn into an inversion imbalance. Just so you know, if these tools don't hold, because as you notice, I'm getting in before the move is happening, and that's just, I understand where I am logically, especially when it comes to the RSI, right? Look at the 15-minute, for example. It's like, come on, dude. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, right? But here, logically, I'm in the trade before, but what should I be doing? And that's why if you watch my videos, I say don't trade like me. So what should I be doing? I should be waiting for us to respect this inversion imbalance. Once we come below it, and then we start look at the bodies respecting and the wicking. Like, then I should be entering on this candle coming down, right? Like that's what I should be doing. And I do it. I'm not saying that I don't, but there's a lot of times that I don't. And do I take losses because of it? Yes. But can you take a loss from this failing? Yes. So, for me, it's a 50-50, right? But that's why I'm making sure that I say this to you. So anyways, then what does we do? Then the price comes down and we come right back up. We're using back to that imbalance at 50%. I want to see it hold, and I don't want to see something else overlap, which is I'm using now this up candle right here, which is blue imbalance right here. See that? You see that? Then I want to be able to wick. I want to be able to stop in its tracks here, which you see the bodies respecting. So I have that overlapping with this bearish imbalance here. See that, which is this one here. You see that? So all three, this 1, 2, and 3. This now it's stopping in its tracks. So it's perfect. So it's holding, and we come underneath and we tag it again, and then we come underneath, and then now we're using that 830. This is that 830 right here, dragged out. 830, I want to see how it performs around there. And sure enough, boom, stops right there on a dime. We also have this bearish imbalance right there. Can you see how the flow is starting to work, and why when you have these levels on your chart, you can see it maneuvering around it, and you can base your decisions off of it, obviously. And this is how I also continue to hold. So boom, perfect. We got overlapping sections right there. And then we come underneath here. We come back underneath this bearish imbalance right here, and then we come in, we take some liquidity here, and now we're tapping back to the gap. The gap is key, and the gap is where I just don't want to play around, because obviously this thing can go bullish here. And at this time, all the assets were matching, meaning they all had higher lows, so they were actually in harmony here. And I made a very good decision to get out, and as you see, all in harmony here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. So with that being said, and you want to, when you want to see the market, you don't want to see it in harmony because you want to use the divergence tool, but at the same speaking, you do want harmony too, because if this is just a higher low to buy. Now at this point, I had to give up, because at this point, I didn't want to try to buy here. This is way too low. I didn't feel comfortable. I really thought they would come in here. But I saw two sides of the market. I also could see that we're at a 61. This range, that's what I was saying, this range from here to here, You came in. You saw the wicking here, the bodies here. Look at the bodies laying on the 15-minute. On the 5-minute, you can see it as well if I go real quick. There's no way for me to make... I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I really... Because I love talking about it, but I don't know. It's just so much to render and do. But you see the 5 minutes here, sitting here? And this is where I knew. I was like, man, you should buy. But at this point, I had to let it go. And this is London close. I'm not trying to play around. I don't need to. I have to be content. I struggle with it just like everybody else on this planet, or as a trader, that I take trades. I can take multiple trades, and it's like, but there's got to be an end, and that had to be my end. So I called it a day, and sure enough, all the way back up. So, and it's logical. Here's the dump, then pump. Because when I speak about this, I'm speaking about before 9:30, right? Obviously, I'm sorry, 9:30 and after, right? So we're up here, the dump here, and then then you get the pump. I understood that, but I tried to buy this up here, and it just took me out. So I knew I wasn't gonna hold forever, and I wasn't gonna trade all day. And I know it's Friday, I want to go to the barber, and I'm just not playing with it. But if you were to be trading all day, then you should have understood this here at this point. But remember, I'm catching a couple good trades though. So I am content. Like, it would suck if I didn't. You'd probably want to go back in the market and try to find something, which is a horrible, it's not a good habit, obviously. But we're being real here. But this is that consolidation I was talking about. Right there. See that? Perfect sell model. And then and the reason why I was shook, because I wasn't sure if they were going to use this area. Oh my God. I wasn't sure if they were going to use this area as the sell model. But I knew this was minimum, and that's why I held it to where I held it here. But this could be a support. If you look to the left here, you can see this price action right here from Thursday here, yesterday. So I understand we're sitting on top of that, and it's that top gap. Remember, we've already worked down here. So for them to come back all the way down here is a blessing in itself. So where did we end up fucking going? I knew it, dude. And this is why I'm always saying trust your analysis. We came right back to these top gaps here. So, anyways, that being said here, divergence work. Also, by the way, when I took the sell, I had a nice lower high here with S&P, and then we had that higher high. So when I saw this happening, again, I had this screen on another computer or screen. When we wicked up and we hit that top of that gap, and I knew that that was a higher high, and that was lower highs, and this was actually at the time lower highs with Dow. That's immediately pushed the button. So, but when we started coming down, and I understood that we were all in sync here, Dow decided to make this higher high at 935. Now I was like, beautiful, because that's gonna push us down. So we just kept rolling, man. And then we had, again, I just explained this higher low here. This was nice, and this was how I caught that sell, and I was done because I saw a nice divergence here. Yeah, we're sitting in that imbalance, but I saw this here. We had a higher high here, and we had lower highs with S&P and Dow. So this is why I chose to use this. Plus, you had to, you had it in the strong cards for it to keep coming down too. So when the price comes down here and to get out, you have to make a good decision. All my good days, look, we're about to take these highs out. Crazy. I knew it. All my good days are from making good decisions of taking the profit. And you're probably like, well, dude, you say that, but you held it all the way here. You didn't take the profit here. Yes, but I also do understand trading. I also do understand that this is a sell model. I also do understand that there's a very high chance of us coming to wipe out this liquidity. Where's the liquidity on the downside, right? And that's why I'm glad I have it on the 5 here. Look at the 5 minute here. Look at the oversold, dude, right here. Look at that. So when I'm up here, right? When I'm up here, I also understand I want to hold it for the extreme oversold. Now, again, I don't need this, but this is helpful. And anyone will tell you, they're like, oh, we don't use RSI. This is a sell model. If it comes underneath here, that's extreme as it is. Yes, that's fine. I didn't need the RSI. This is an explanation all on its own for coming down here and it being oversold. You don't need an indicator to tell you that. But I like training wheels. I like to keep things simple. And this helps me do things simple. So, if anyone wants to complain about it, oh well, I don't care. But I'm just giving you the understanding of how I'm holding it. Plus, I also wanted to hold it for a couple drives because, like for example here, we'll just count that as one drive, and then here's the second drive, right? So that's another reason why I hold it, right? But all these things that we teach or I talk about or that I use it as the whole ball of wax. This is how I look at the market. So anyways, then we bought here again, came up, squeezed out, came retraced, squeezed out, up, and then look what we do. We come right back to that 830. Right, I got it dragged out. Look at to the tick, 50%. Look at that. That's that imbalance right there. Right, this is a data imbalance right here. Right, so then we use it. We pop up. We make another high. So now we're getting. You actually have the structure there. So this is like the low, and then this is like a shift right here. Retraces back deep, and it didn't take it out. Well, it took me out, but I understood that I was trying to buy here, and then once that happened, my mind started playing tricks on me. So I let it go up. But this is a shift. This is a high. This is a higher low. This is a high right here, and we come back for a higher low. We don't take that out. Real dirty. Dangles that carrot. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This shit is comical. And then we come back. This is the higher low, but they're using this again. See that? Then we push up. Look at this move back up and then back down. This is all internal. This is the structure. I'm gonna just do this so I can be done. Let's just do this. Yeah, let's just do it like that because that's really what makes sense. So everything else in between is bullshit. All right, so that's really what's happening here, right? You see that? You see that? Double bottom. See that? So you got a double bottom here, or this is, and then you have this also double bottom. See this? So if you looked at this on another time frame, again, I guess I love talking because I'm just not done with what I'm saying. As you can see, we all had these double bottoms right here. See that? And that's when I meant they were all higher lows. They were in harmony, and this was beautiful. This is retail price action 101. All right, and that's why I'm happy for the bad journey that I began with because it does teach a lot. But and then here, nice divergence here, lower low with Dow. And then higher lows there, right? Push us all the way up. This was a nice buy. So, dollar. So dollar decided to push up, right? And I was talking about us coming up into this area, right? And it was moving up at the same time. So, in a perfect world, we shouldn't have made this new high. Not new high. We shouldn't have came back up. We should have continued to come down, and that's why I was like in the matter of looking at sells as well. I wasn't unbiased to that. If you look at the yields, If you go look at the bonds, you'll see that we covered a gap that was on the 6-hour chart. Yeah, I'm sure it's on other charts too, but we covered that, and then yields were shooting up too. So, and that's why this was super confusing at the time as well. That we came up. Now, I'm assuming that we're bullish, right? But if we get into an inflationary situation with overseas stuff and all these things, who knows, man? Who knows? But technically, as the fourth quarter, we should be buying up, though. So I'm not saying we can't come down. We did come and wipe out all that sell liquidity here, right? So we did balance all that price. Remember I was mentioning this the other day? I was like, it's a little suspect that they, that clean break. So they came up to get that. We're gonna have to trade above this high here. We have to trade above this October 1st. We have to trade above that to be bullish, which is right here. Like we have to trade above this here. If we don't make it above this here, then it's a very high chance that it's still bearish. Not bearish, but this is pretty big. This candle right here, and if it's gonna close like this is pretty significant. This shows that, I mean, to me it's there. So and then let's look at Dow real quick. Dow pushed up as well. So they found support. They came and wiped out liquidity pool, yeah, and they stopped. So that was nice support. They just rated it. That's fucking Dow for you. Look at that, dude, bouncing right off the opening. Beautiful. That's nice. Look at this. Look at this day. Do you have this on your chart? I don't trade Dow, but do you have this? Oh my god. Came right to the opening gap, came right back to the opening day, and then came right back. Jeez. If that's not algorithmic, I don't know what is. So, and then S&P, nice response. Yeah, man, this party ain't over, bro. I've been saying that we're bullish. I did want to see a retrace for that September situation, but I did mention that we would probably find support here, and that turned into support. Let me look at S&P real quick. Ugly. S&P has been ugly to me. I'll be honest with you. I think we're bullish. I mean, I still stick with bullish. Look at this. But I mean, man, that's a lot of nice build liquidity, though. But at the same time, they were shaking you out to try to get in. They did take out internal structure with these wicks. So, and sure enough, it just trickled on. So higher high, higher low, higher low right here, and boom. So we see what happens next. But I think I'm done, dude. I don't need to. Oh, Nvidia, and then also Nvidia was slowly trickling up too. So when it was coming down a little bit though, to tap these 4 down candles, and get some of this wick right here. They're trying to get some of that, and then they started popping up here, right? So, yeah, but see, the thing is, yields is just flying up right now. So it's like, damn, dude, like, what's the deal? So, I mean, it is a little bit of a mixed market too, but even though the historical data does show us being bullish here, so I mean, I think it's still an inflation market. I think that's just kind of like what it is, but 30 again, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't even want to show these trades, man. I need some type of middle ground, but I don't know what else to do. I'd like to maybe do this once a week now. I don't know, man. But I'm not getting too much engagement. I'm not really motivated anymore. But please leave a comment. See what are you doing better? Is your trading getting better? Do you have questions? Any thoughts? You gotta be. Hopefully, you've been watching and you're starting to do better. But really, the goal, man, is the real big secret for the trading, besides the understanding of this dump and pump and taking liquidity and all that, the manipulation part is really keeping grounded to not over trading, and taking logical trades, having a model, and every one of these moves is a model potentially, but are you using this opening range gap, which is so key, dude? I mean, it's so just to be clear, when the opening range, I know that we're up here, and I know the settlement of yesterday was down here, so I know the level before it even prints. So when we're up here and it's this big, I know we're bearish. That gives me the bias of the dump, right? Like, I already know that. So I'm using that, right? So hopefully you got clarification that makes sense to you. So what's it called? Yeah, look at this. You gotta look at this. Look. Yeah. So when you're climbing up, you want to use to the left of the chart. We're not done using them. Okay, but but yeah, what's very key is that you don't take too many trades. Like, and I again, I want to tell you my the way I roll. I want to take 1 to 2 good trades every day, at the least. That's my goal. If I take a third one, which it happens a lot, fine. But that 1 to 2 is the logical dump then pump. I only need a portion of each move, right? And just watch the order flow. Don't overtrade. Be done when you're supposed to be done. What else can I tell you? And trying to go back and win because of a loss. All these things are bad for your psychology, are bad for your trading habits, and so on. So you work on that, you be good to go. You guys have a good weekend. Take care and God bless.